Alright, first off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing this word in all sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps, the hope for the elect. Shalom. This is the brother Ira from James Jamaica camp, coming with another quick lesson. And a while back, like a few years, maybe 2-3 years or more, within that time period, we've been speaking about the Internet of Things. We've been speaking about Agenda 2030. We've been speaking about digital societies and how all of this, would lead up to, the charagma. And even the brother Aquarium, I remember one specific video that he did a few years back on ubiquitous computing. That's something that you can actually look up, right? And over the years, just like with climate, with global warming, now it's called climate change. It's the same thing they did with Agenda 21. It was from Agenda 21 to Agenda 2030, then it moved to sustainable development, but now it is actually the fourth industrial revolution. All right, and we're going to show you how getting everything digitized, which pretty much is what this this decree to take the shot, that is what it's leading up to. Getting everything on a digitized platform. Even out here in Jamaica, there was this program or this center that's called JIS, Jamaica Information Service, and they did a feature on how what Jamaica is trying to do is to be a part of the fourth industrial revolution in to get regular services and processes digitized, to make things more convenient, which will in turn boost the GDP. And they were looking at things like farming, culinary arts, many forms of different production. They were speaking about even things like security. Over the time we've seen cybercrime task force being spoken about here in Jamaica, but this is not subject to Jamaica only. This is a worldwide thing, because this is a thing that is pushed through the UN, United Nations, and various other agencies and companies, with the universal income and all these things. Even a thing out here in Jamaica called ends, where during curfew hours businesses are still allowed to operate, and they would deliver the items to their customers. However, they need to be registered on the ends digital platform. Right, even the Prime Minister himself said that, look, if you don't plan to get digitized, then, or if you don't plan to move digital, you'll be left behind. And once you're interacting with a digital platform, then in order to interact with that, you need to have some form of digital identity so that you can be fully interactive. And that the ultimate entity or the ultimate way to be locked in is gonna be that charagma. So let me just do a quick reading. This won't be long. This is the Internet of Things from just a quick Google search. It says so what it is it is the interconnection via the internet of computing devices enabled in everyday objects, enabling them to send and receive data. So that's why you have smart TVs, smart fridge, smart cars, smart watch. All these devices are smart devices, and some way, shape, or form you're able to connect them, and all of them have various accounts, and all the accounts are connected, and everything is linked. And you shop here, and that is there. Your digital bank account, online banking, everything, down to a basic app. With most of these smartphones, whether it's iPhone or Android, if you don't have data or you don't have internet connection, most of the apps are useless. The only thing that you can do is just make a regular call or send a regular text message. But outside of that, there's nothing to how things and times have changed. There's no way to actually be connected or to do certain things without having that data. And everything is connected. Your phone goes beside mine. We can transfer things wirelessly. It's a whole different ball game, right? So it says what the interconnection via the internet of computing devices embedded in everyday objects, chairs, cars, even clothes and shoes, what else, just pretty much every aspect of life will have these smart devices. Now let me go down here to see if there's anything else. Right, it says what is IoT, which is the Internet of Things. It says the Internet of Things describes a network of physical objects, things that are embedded with sensors, software, and other technologies for the purpose of connecting and exchanging data with other devices and systems over the internet. That's why we say we're in a technological age. They're talking about building smart cities, how to make the work environment more digitized, or create a smart environment. And some of the ways in which it's done, is through, as it says, through various softwares, sensors, and varying other technologies, right? Let's see what's happening here, if I can get any. Right here it's talking about it says the future of Internet of Things has the potential to be limitless, and it mentions it says advances to the industrial internet, right? So it's, as you see here, industrial, that means that production, various forms of production, right? Internet will be accelerated through increased network agility, meaning data being transferred very quickly, integrated artificial intelligence, and the capacity to deploy, automate, orchestrate, and secure diverse use cases at hyper scales. So it's full connectivity, lightning speed, everything is just moving around, as one. Right, so that's pretty much it on the Internet of Things. The fourth industrial revolution. So I did some check on that, and it says the fourth industrial revolution is the ongoing automation of traditional manufacturing and industrial practices using modern smart technology. So ultimately it's getting everything done, traditional manufacturing or industrial practices, you get that done using modern technology, getting everything digitized, getting everything connected to the internet, creating a digital space, and a major part of manufacturing, a major part of industry, and building and automation, a major part of that is what? Currency, right? Currency. So if they're going to get all these traditional things, or conduct these traditional practices, in a modern way using smart technology, that includes, spending, that includes the use of currency, right? And as you can see with this big thing that's happening throughout the earth at this point, it forces people to be as, to do as less contact as possible. So what does that mean? It means in order to function, or in order to get things going, or to be have things streamlined, you need to be able to do as much things as possible as digitally, which is be what? Contactless. So you need to have an infrastructure where you're able to transmit data without actually physically being in a particular place or a particular environment. All right, so this is from www.weform.org. It says the fourth industrial revolution, what it means and how to respond. It says now I'll just read the first part right here. It says now a fourth industrial revolution is building on the third, the digital revolution that has been occurring since the middle of last year. And what happened in the middle of, or the beginning, of last year, or the end of last year into the beginning of last year? The big thing, right? Right here it says the fourth industrial revolution and the World Economic Forum says the fourth industrial revolution represents a fundamental change in the way we live, work, and relate to one another. As a matter of fact, I might click on this. We'll just click on it real quickly. Wow, non-responsive. Right. It says the fourth industrial revolution. The fourth industrial revolution represents a fundamental change in the way we live, work, and relate to one another. It is a new chapter in human development, enabled by extraordinary technological advances, commensurate with those of the first, second, and third industrial revolutions, so just building on the previous ones. These advances are merging the physical, digital, and biological worlds in ways that create both huge promise and potential peril. I'm just gonna leave it right there, not going through the whole entire thing, but that's something that you can definitely look into. It says, I'll jump down a bit. It says it's an opportunity to help everyone, including leaders, policymakers, and people from all income groups and nations, to harness converging technologies in order to create an inclusive, human-centered future. What does that sound like? It's a new world order, right? That's just another part that I thought would be, interesting to look at. Salesforce, what is the fourth industrial revolution? Right, it says the fourth industrial revolution is a fusion of advances in artificial intelligence, robotics, the Internet of Things, there we go again, genetic engineering, quantum computing, and more. All of this is talking about getting everything digitized, right? It says, and other technologies, says it's the collective force behind many products and services that are fast becoming indispensable to modern life. And when you mention products and services, you're referring to business, economics, commerce, which means that, guess what? If all of these things will be digital, I'll say it again, then currency would need to be digital. And we're seeing, the CB, the CBDC, right? The CBDCs, popping up worldwide. Right? It says think GPS systems that suggest the fastest route to a destination, voice-activated virtual assistants such as Apple Siri, personalized Netflix recommendations, and Facebook ability to recognize your face and tag you in a friend's photo. Right? That's just to see a few things. Right? It says as a result of this perfect storm of technologies, the fourth industrial revolution is paving the way for transformative changes in the way we live and radical disrupting almost every business sector. Right? It's all happening at an unprecedented whirlwind pace, and it's why Salesforce built the customer success platform to keep up with changing customer expectations. All right. So pretty much that's a quick look into it. You can read through this article as well. All I did was went to Google and type in, what is the fourth industrial revolution, and you can see right here. There's a lot of things that will be changing, right? A lot of things. That is why, it says transformative change. That's why they say, look, there's no normal to go back to. The only thing that they're talking about is what? The new norm or the new normal. And more as time goes by, you're going to hear this. I'm hearing it a lot now, but as time goes on, you're going to hear more and more about the fourth industrial revolution. And this big event is linked with it, and these shots are linked with it, but it's all leading up to the charagma, right? Because in order for you to do that buying and selling on these digital platforms, and being able to function as a digital person, you need to be able to there's going to be some form of bridge that will be needed, and it is the the RFID chip, the RFID microchip. So let me just read this real quickly, and I'll close out with that. Revelation 13 verse 16 And he, the he being Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the wicked that's ruling, says he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Because really much that's what it's going to be. He's going to ensure that, look, you're going to have to beg him. You have to pray to him to get benefits. They're going to say, look, if you want to be safe, if you want to be a part of the society, and if you want to ensure that everything is is well with you, then you need to fall under this order, and you need to submit yourself unto this order, right? No religion, no God, no herb. We are who you turn to. All of that goes out the window, right? And if you don't comply, then you'll be persecuted. So this definitely goes to show how all of this is leading up to the charagma. So hope this was edifying. Once more, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing this word in all sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps, the hopeful elect. Shalom.